Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we're about to start. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we're about to start the draw ceremony. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we're about to start the draw ceremony. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Basketball. For the first time, FIBA's headquarters will host the official draw ceremony for the U19 World Championships. We'll have 2 draws tonight. The first one is for the 2015 FIBA U19 World Championship that will take place in Heraklion, Crete in Greece. And the second draw is for the 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championship to be held 2 weeks later in Chekhov, Moscow region in Russia. We are glad to welcome all of you to FIBA's headquarters. As you can see in the video, situated on the shores of Lake Geneva, the House of Basketball has served as FIBA's head offices for close to 2 years now. The building was completed under the supervision of the International Basketball Foundation. It is home to the FIBA Hall of Fame and to the Pedro Ferrandis Library. The Naismith Arena is an exhibition and event area which takes its visitors on an exciting journey through the history of basketball. The 1,000 square meter space aims to preserve and promote the cultural heritage of our sport. The House of Basketball is open to lovers of basketball from around the world. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's shift our focus to the U19 World Championships. They are part of FIBA's mission to promote and grow basketball in the youth sector around the world. We provide the stage and the platform for the stars of tomorrow. To tell us more, we are now joined by FIBA's president. Please welcome on stage Horacio Muratore.
En nombre de la Federación Internacional de Básquetbol, me gustaría dar la bienvenida a nuestros distinguidos invitados, agradeciéndoles el honor de su presencia en la Casa del Básquetbol esta noche.
Mr. Muratore would like to welcome some distinguished guests.
Embajadores y cónsules en Suiza de los países que participan en los mundiales sub-19 masculino y femenino de FIBA 2015.
Esteemed ambassadors and consuls in Switzerland of some of the countries participating in the U19 World Championships.
Representantes del estado de Vaud y Ginebra, así como los representantes de los municipios que nos rodean.
The state representatives of Vaud and Geneva, as well as those of our neighboring townships.
Presidentes y representantes de las federaciones nacionales de países que participan en los mundiales sub-19 masculinos y femeninos FIBA 2015.
National Federation leaders and representatives of the countries participating in the U19 World Championships.
Presidente de la Federación Nacional Suiza de Básquetbol, presidentes y representantes de asociaciones y clubes masculino y femenino del básquetbol suizo.
President of Swiss Basketball and representatives of Swiss associations and clubs.
En especial a mis compañeros del Comité Ejecutivo de la FIBA y del Buró Central aquí presentes, al señor Boris Stankovic, secretario general emérito de la FIBA, el presidente honorario de FIBA y presidente de la Fundación de FIBA, el señor Iván Manini, y el secretario general de la FIBA, el señor Patrick Baumann.
The FIBA Executive Committee, Mr. Borislav Stankovic, Secretary General Emeritus of FIBA, Mr. Patrick Baumann, FIBA Secretary General, and Mr. Ivan Menini, IBF President and former FIBA President.
Para mí, como presidente de FIBA, es un placer estar aquí esta noche en una ocasión única, como es el primer sorteo oficial que tiene lugar acá en la Casa del Básquetbol, el sorteo de los campeonatos mundiales masculino y femenino de FIBA 2015. Los eventos juveniles de todos los niveles, regionales, mundiales, 3 contra 3, son muy importantes para FIBA y nuestras federaciones nacionales. Brindan una oportunidad única a los jugadores para medirse en la cancha contra los mejores y además, lo más importante, hacer nuevos amigos. El lema de los campeonatos mundiales sub-19 de FIBA es donde nacen las estrellas de mañana. Nos resulta emocionante a todos cuando vemos los jugadores que más se destacaron en los últimos eventos anteriores, convertidos en íconos y superestrellas de nuestro deporte. En el masculino podemos destacar, entre otros, Arvidas Sabonis, Vlad Divac, Paul Gasol, Luis Scola, Carmelo Anthony. En ediciones más recientes se destacaron Stephen Curry y Klay Thompson, que participaron en la Copa del Mundo del baloncesto FIBA 2014. En el femenino podemos pensar en Janet Arquette, Lauren Jackson, Diana Taurasi y la mejor jugadora del último Mundial en Turquía, Maya Moore. En nombre de la FIBA, me gustaría darles gracias a las federaciones nacionales de Grecia y de Rusia. Saben ellos que cuentan con nuestra confianza y que sabemos, como ya lo demostraron en oportunidades anteriores, organizarán excelentes y exitosos eventos. También aprovechamos esta oportunidad para desearles mucha suerte a los equipos, jugadores, staff técnico y de apoyo que participarán en estos torneos. Muchas gracias.
Mr. Muratore is honored to welcome everyone for the first ever draws hosted at the House of Basketball. For the FIBA president, youth events are extremely important competitions for FIBA and the national federations, as they provide opportunities for young players to shine at the world stage, where FIBA discovers the stars of tomorrow. In fact, past editions of the event have shown that players became icons and superstars of the game, like Arvidas Sabonis, Vlade Divac, Pau Gasol, and in more recent years, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. In women's basketball, names like Janet Arquette, Lauren Jackson, Diana Taurasi, and Maya Moore come to mind. Finally, Mr. Muratore would like to thank the national federations of Greece and Russia, which FIBA is confident will host excellent events. So let's give Mr. Muratore a big round of applause. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look of what awaits us this summer in Heraklion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Asterios Zois of the Hellenic Basketball Federation.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. 20 years ago, in July 1995, a World Championship for junior men was organized in Greece. It was the equivalent of today's Under-19 World Championship, but simply with a different name. In the eyes of most people at that time, that World Junior Championship would have served as a good test event in view of a Eurobasket men that would follow a couple of months later. However, everybody, including us, the Greek Federation, was extremely surprised by the unexpected, extraordinary success of this event. It is true that during that championship, the Greek team made a fantastic performance all the way and deservedly won it at the end. By the way, I must say that one of the major actors of this success is today with us, Giorgos Kalaidis, who will be helping soon with the draw. The final game of this championship was really memorable, a landmark in the history of Greek, but also World Youth Championship. More than 20,000 enthusiastic fans completely filled up, for the first time in history, the Olympic Hall of Athens, creating an unbelievable, a wonderful atmosphere, making of this final a great celebration of sport, a huge celebration of basketball. This was not the only time that we in Greece organized a World Championship for junior men. Actually, we organized another edition in 2003 in the city of Thessaloniki. This also has been a major success, even though it did not reach the dimension of the 1995 championship. I must admit that in the Greek Federation, we have a preference for this age category, for the category that I would call the young adults, the players that are 18 years old or a bit older, like the under 18, under 19, and the under 20, the categories for which in FIBA we have official competitions. In fact, we believe that the young adults basketball is not simply a preparation stage of tomorrow's stars. These are players who already have a certain experience, a certain maturity, but at the same time, they are still filled up with enthusiasm. They are full of ambition. They are still full with dreams for the future, and I must say for most of them, they are not yet spoiled. We do believe that a young adults competition can offer really exciting basketball, an exhibition of pure talent without the stress, without the heavy financial or other professional considerations that weigh on the shoulders and on the legs of the senior players. In conclusion, we do believe that young adults can produce a very nice, a very interesting, a very exciting show that they can attract people who would come to enjoy their beautiful performances. The coming World Championship Under 19 for men will take place in the city of Heraklion, where a series of major basketball events have already been hosted, and in particular, the European Championship for Under 20 men last year. This means that the infrastructure has already been tested, and the people who will work there have already a considerable experience. I believe that it would be useful to remind that in all events it organizes and has always organized, the Hellenic Federation uses always its own experienced federation staff. I must say that we do not really believe in outsourcing the management of such events. Besides its sport significance, there is a new element that gives a particular importance, a particular flavor to this championship. Along with the equivalent under 19 women that will be held in Russia, it will be the first championship of the new era where the concept of one FIBA is being implemented. Today, we all work for the basketball world family to become more and more united, and for the borders separating the various zones of FIBA to become more and more open. Today, we start building new bridges between the various basketball zones in the world. And I am sure that these two Under-19 World Championships will provide us with inspiration and ideas on how to bring the world youth basketball much closer, how to develop the youth competitions of tomorrow, and possibly to start reflecting about the potential of the competitions of young adults. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be sure that the Under-19 Championship for men will be organized at the highest possible standards, as it was the case for the World Junior Championships that we organized in 1995 and in 2003. And I can say that we, in Greece, will be extremely happy to welcome you all in Heraklion, Crete, Greece this summer. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and thank you very much, Mr. Zois. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now about to start the draw. For this, please welcome on stage FIBA Sport and Competitions Director, Mr. Predrag Bogosavljev. And please also welcome on stage former Greek international player and 1995 Under-19 World Champion, Giorgos Kalaitsis. He will assist in the draw. Mr. Kalaitsis, thank you for joining us and being part of this draw ceremony. Can you think back when you played with Greece? How was that? How did it feel to win the World Championship in front of your own home fans?
It was a great moments, exciting moments. I was really very proud for my teammates, for my coaches, for my family, for my country. And for me personally, it's the very important step for my career.
Greece has not won the title ever since. Do you think they can win it this year?
I believe yes. Greece always have a really strong team. Basketball is traditional. We love basketball, and I believe if we have luck with us, we can have a medal.
Okay, thank you very much for your statements, and good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously a draw always involves technical parts, so here are the draw procedures.
Sixteen teams will participate in the 2015 FIBA Under-19 World Championship. They've been classified in 4 pots on the basis of their strength and geographical principles. The draw is aimed at generating 4 groups of similar quality, with teams from the same continents equally distributed across the groups. All 16 teams will be drawn and placed into 4 groups, Group A, B, C, and D. Pot 1 will be the first to be drawn into the 4 groups with a straight draw. Pot 2 will also follow a straight draw. For Pot 3, in order to balance the geographical principles, Canada and the Dominican Republic shall not be placed in the group that contains the USA. China and Iran will then be drawn in the 2 remaining groups. For Pot 4, Argentina will automatically be drawn in the group that does not contain the USA, Canada, or the Dominican Republic. Korea shall not be placed in a group that contains China or Iran. Egypt and Tunisia will then be drawn into the 2 remaining groups. Once the draw of the teams is completed, numbers will be drawn for each group to determine the position of the teams in the group and the subsequent order of games. The first number drawn will go to the first team in Group A, in this case Serbia. The second number to the second team, and so on until all 4 teams have been drawn their number in the group. The operation is repeated for the remaining 3 groups. The 2015 FIBA Under-19 World Championship draw is completed when all teams have been drawn and placed in their correct number order in each group, and the order of games has been determined.
Ladies and gentlemen, this all looks very clear, so let's start the draw.
Obviously. Good evening. So, as already explained, we will start with the pot 1, and we will first draw the team which will go to the Group A. Please.
Assist.
Shuffle. Group A, Team USA. Group B, Group B, Turkey. Group C, Group C, Australia. And finally, Group D, no surprise. Group D, Serbia. We are continuing with the pot number 2. Again, Group A. Group A, Croatia. Group B, Group B, Spain. Group C, Group C, Italy. And finally, Group D. Again, no surprise. Group D, Greece. With the pot 3, we have, for the first time, the special case. So, as already explained, teams from Americas, Canada, and the Dominican Republic shall not be placed together with the USA team. That means that we will put in the balls with the groups B, C, and D, and we will continue with a draw for Canada. So Canada will go to the group Canada, Group C. And Dominican Republic, Group D. Now we will add Group A and continue the draw for Asian teams. China will go to the group Group B, and finally Iran will go to the group Group A. With the last pot, again, special case, we already have 3 groups with teams from Americas. So Argentina will go to the only group which doesn't have team from Americas, which is Group B. Argentina goes to the Group B. Korea cannot go to the groups with teams from Asia, which are groups A and B. So you make a draw for Korea. You can use the same. And Korea will go to the group D. And now we'll continue the draw for the remaining two teams from Africa. Egypt will play in the group Group A, and finally, Tunisia.
I guess C.
We have to check. You never know. Miracle. Yeah. Group C. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that the groups have been drawn and created, next we have to draw the competition numbers.
Yes, but to draw the competition numbers, we first have to put them in. Okay? Give me a second. We are ready to start. So we'll start from Group A. Team USA will have competition number.
Okay.
Number 3. Croatia. Number 1. Iran. Number 2. And Egypt. Number 4. Group B, Turkey. Number 4, Spain. Number 2, China. Number 3, and Argentina. Number 1, Group C, Australia. Number 4, Italy. Number 2, Canada. Number 1, and Tunisia.
After so many assists, one mistake, it's okay.
Number 3. Finally, Group D. Serbia. Number 4, Greece. No. Number 3, Dominican Republic. Number 1, and finally Korea. Number 2. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the draw is now complete. Thank you very much, Mr. Bogosavljev and Mr. Kalaitzis.
Thank you.
Mr. Bogosavljev. So, all teams have been drawn into 4 groups. This is how they look. Group A, Croatia, Iran, the USA, Egypt. Group B, Argentina, Spain, China, Turkey. Group C, Canada, Italy, Tunisia, and Australia. And finally, Group D, the Dominican Republic, Korea, Greece, and Serbia. So there you have it. The groups are set for the 2015 FIBA U19 World Championships taking place in Heraklion, Greece, from the 27th of June to the 5th of July. Just under 2 weeks later, the 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championships will tip off in Chekhov, Russia. Let's have a look. And now please welcome on stage Miss Alisa Vashenkova, head of the International Department at the Russian Basketball Federation.
Thank you very much. Dear friends, dear colleagues, on behalf of the Russian Basketball Federation, it is a pleasure for me to present to you the 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championship, which will be staged from July 18th until July 26th in Moscow region. First of all, I would like to express our deepest gratitude for the trust of FIBA, the International Basketball Federation, which has granted the right to host one of the most important women's basketball events of the year to Russia. And it is really a true honor for the Russian Basketball Federation to organize this big tournament. Speaking about the host city, or in our case, more precisely, host cities, it is important to mention that Moscow region, and especially the town of Chekhov, has a long history of sport achievements and solid experience in organizing international competitions, including basketball. Back in 2005, Chekhov became the host city for the FIBA Europe's Under-20 Men's Championship, and this tournament served as a jumpstart for the professional career of the core players of the Russian men's national team of today. And up to this day, this championship remains one of the most unforgettable moments in the sport life of the entire region. The second city to host the 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championship will become Klimovsk of Moscow region. Thus, the games will be played in 2 cities, introducing passion, energy, and excitement of women's basketball to thousands of people. Without any doubt, organization of such an important competition is a big for the support provided by Mr. Vitaly Mutko, the Minister for Sport of Russian Federation, and also Mr. Andrei Vorobyev, the governor of the Moscow region, is particularly priceless, and we would like to thank them for their help and for everything they do in organization of this tournament. And in the end, from our side, I would like to say that we will make our best to create the most comfortable atmosphere for all participants and their fans, so that all the teams could show top performance and we could witness the rise of women's basketball stars of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vashenkova. We're almost ready to get the second draw started. Once again, please welcome on stage Predrag Bogoslavljev.
You got it right this time.
Assisting with the draw is a living legend of Russian basketball. She played at the 1997 World Championship and went on to win 3 European Championship silver medals and 2 Olympic bronze medals. Please welcome on stage Miss Ilona Korstin. Thank you for joining us. What is the most important title you ever won?
Every title was really special for me, but the most important are 2 Olympics medals and 3 gold medals of European Championships.
Actually, the U18 team of Russia won the European Championship just a year ago. Do you think the U19 team can win the World Championship?
Our young women teams, they have a lot of talented players, and it's a really good team. And I hope that in the World Championship, especially in Russia, in Chekhov, our team will do the best and will win. And of course, I will support Russian national team.
Thank you very much for your statements, Ms. Korstin.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the U19 draw procedures for the women's FIBA tournament of the Russia Chekhov tournament.
Sixteen teams will participate in the 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championship. They've been classified in 4 pots on the basis of their strength and geographical principles. The draw is aimed at generating 4 groups of similar quality with teams from the same continents equally distributed across the groups. All 16 teams will be drawn and placed into 4 groups: Group A, B, C and D. Pot 1 will be the first to be drawn into the 4 groups with a straight draw. Pot 2 will also follow a straight draw. For Pot 3, in order to balance the geographical principles, Argentina and Canada shall not be placed in the group that contains the USA. China and Korea will then be drawn into the 2 remaining groups. For Pot 4, Brazil will automatically be drawn in the group that does not contain the USA, Argentina or Canada. The 3rd team from Asia, which is yet to be confirmed, shall not be placed in a group that contains China or Korea. Mali and Egypt will then be drawn into the 2 remaining groups. Once the draw of the teams is completed, numbers will be drawn for each group to determine the position of the teams in the group and the subsequent order of games. The first number drawn will go to the first team in Group A, in this case, France. The second number to the second team, and so on until all 4 teams have been drawn their number in the group. The operation is repeated for the remaining 3 groups. The 2015 FIBA U19 Women's World Championship draw is completed when all teams have been drawn and placed in their correct number order in each group and the order of games has been determined.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start tonight's draw.
Once again, we are starting with the straight draw of the pot number 1. So we will first draw the team going to the Group A. In Group A, Russia. Group B, Group B, USA. Group C, Group C, France. And finally, Group D. Group D, Australia. Pot number 2, again straight draw. Group A. Netherlands. Group B. Spain. Group C. Belgium. And Group D. Serbia. Again, with the third pot, we have a special case. Again, teams from Americas cannot be drawn in the Group B, where USA team is already placed. So we are putting in the bowl Groups A, C, and D, and we'll continue the draw for Canada. So Canada will go to the Group C. And Argentina to the Group A. One ball inside, and we continue for two Asian teams. China will go to the Group B, and Korea Group D. Fourth pot, again special case. Team from Brazil can go to the only group where we do not have teams from Americas. It is Group D. So Brazil is going to the Group D. Third team from Asia cannot go to the group with Korea and China. So it will be either Group A or C. So third team from Asia is going to the group Group A. And we will continue the draw for the remaining two teams from Africa. Mali will go to the group Group C. And finally, Group B. So far, so good.
Now that we know the groups, let's draw the competition numbers next.
We don't have the solution for this hard work. But we are ready.
There we go.
Yeah. We'll start again from the group A. So competition number for team from Russia, for Team Russia. Number 2. Netherlands. Number 1, Argentina. Number 4, and third team from Asia. Number 3. Group B, number 4 USA. USA, number 3, Spain. Number 2, China. Number 1, and Egypt. Number 4, Group C, the number for France. Number 3, Belgium. Number 2, Canada. Number 1, and Mali. Number 4. And the last, Group D, Australia. Number 2, Serbia. Number 3, Korea. Number 1, and finally, Brazil. Thank you. Number 4.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The draw is complete. Thanks very much, Mr. Bogoslavljev and Ms. Korstin.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the final groups. Group A, the Netherlands, Russia, the third team of Asia, and Argentina. Group B, China, Spain, the USA, and Egypt. Group C, Canada, Belgium, France, and Mali. And finally, Group D, Korea, Australia, Serbia, and Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank all of you for being part of tonight's draw ceremony, and would also like to thank all of you who watched the show from all over the world at home. We look forward to the action getting underway in Heraklion and Chekhov. Thank you and bye-bye. Ladies and dear guests, please remain seated.